This is a live look at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Tulsa Golden Hurricane and the Navy Midshipmen. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Home of some of the most iconic college football games in history. Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis, Maryland has seen so many games between Navy, Army, Air Force. This is a beautiful space in a very unique campus in Annapolis, Maryland. Back to you.
All right, Holly. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Golden Hurricane offense takes the field as we get this game underway. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense will really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
The Golden Hurricane might just throw this thing deep on 2nd and inches. Just feeds the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Hayes. Pulls it in, it's Jones. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jones. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The give on the option. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So the Navy Midshipmen offense comes out, and they'll try to put together their first drive of the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the powerful. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on the, he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
Navy will have to punt it away. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Golden Hurricane offense, ready to get this drive underway. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Under fire. Got his man on the right. Oh, he got loose. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Tulsa in a tough spot here on 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On target to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Caught in the backfield. It's Callaway. Could not make his way to the corner. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit him right in the middle of the field.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Tulsa will come to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the option. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Woodson. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Here comes the option. Keeps it himself. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Shakes off the defender. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for space. It's Bryant. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Navy will have to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Tulsa will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, he's got some space. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jones. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Makes a man miss. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hayes. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up the 1st and goal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulsa.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they moved the ball 37 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Midshipman will get things going here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He locked up and held on to bring him down. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Woodson. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Navy will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making checks. They'll go right back to him. Makes it past the marker. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside. It's Jones. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Navy offense sails out, ready to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. They'll run the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Navy will have to punt it away. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Hayes. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Golden Hurricane needing a huge chunk play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Complete to the right. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. The short hands, it's Cruz. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Gonna let it fly. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Running out of time here in the first half. They're gonna have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 6 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Longhorns, trying to stay perfect as they eye a 5th straight win. It's been a dream start to the season, and really this game here today as well. Time to find out if they can finish the job.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
I caught up with the midshipman head coach at the half. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Holly, thank you. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Woodson. Snagged out of the air. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Let's see what he can do with it. He's got great speed. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Here comes the Golden Hurricane offense, ready to get this drive underway. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Tulsa with the playbook wide open here on second and short. On the option. The pitch. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Williams trying to set up the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. They'll send out the kicker here. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wants to throw. It's Woodson. Buys a little time. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Bryant. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Navy will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Tulsa will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the option. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Makes the grab. It's Bryant. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and it'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup.
There's a crease. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, that's just under defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
On the ground, it's Bryant. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They go to the counter. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And this one is perfect. That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. RPO complete to open the drive. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alston. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Off play action on 1st down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Handoff for Robinson. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a 1st down for Navy. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Really good job running the ball, getting that 1st down. Now here comes the tempo.
Open on the right side, that's Smith.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Navy quick to the line. To the air, it's Woodson. Quarterback extends the play. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it through the air. Got enough space. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Forced out of the pocket. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Woodson. Rushes on him. He'll take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got rid of it just in time. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.